Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Steven Saunders. Some people know me on here as Condor DM. And yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd. The content I cover on here is tabletop role-playing games. And if you're not sure exactly what that is, it's like games like Dungeons and Dragons. It's not video games, right? It's a nerd hobby. Now, it's not my entire life, but you're going to notice I put a lot of focus on it on here because I'm a YouTuber. That's the content I choose to focus on, and I take YouTube very serious. So I'm not just a nerd, gamer, I'm also a YouTuber, and this is my specialty, so I put a lot of time to it. There's no doubt. It's not my entire life. It's not the only hat I wear. But when it comes to YouTube, this is what I present to you. This side of myself. You could think, oh man, that's really my life. And it's like, no, it's not. But hey, YouTube is very challenging for doing certain content and being successful on here. There's a lot of content that if I did it, I'd be demonetized. I'd take a major hit for it. I see some people out there covering content that I might be interested in covering, but I realize, man, I don't know how they get away with it. I know I wouldn't, and I know I haven't in the past, so I don't bother with it. But there's a lot of things that I'm into, but those hats are not worn here. So if you think you just know me from the content, you're not going to know me. It's not how it is. You're meeting Steven the YouTuber who does tabletop role-playing game content. Yeah. I hope you notice there's a little bit more to me than that. Charisma, entertainer, stuff like that. But that's what I cover here. It can be a little weird out there in the world. I'm a social butterfly. I meet a lot of people. They'll be like, oh, yeah, outside of this, what do you do? Like for hobbies and stuff. And I'm like, well, I do a little bit of gaming. They might not initially know what that means. They'll think video games. Sure, probably assuming that. I'll say, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber. They're like, okay. Like, well, okay. I'll send them a video. I wouldn't even tell them. Like, here, check it out. Oh, you cover Dungeons and Dragons. I'm like, yeah. Some people react weird to the hobby, still to this day, if they're not inside of our little hobby world. And they'll even think, man, you must really love it. There's a side of me that really does. I really do love the experience. I love the gaming. But I give it a lot of attention here because, well, really, I'm giving YouTube a lot of attention. So it can be very confusing. Outside of this, again, I wear many hats in life. I have many different opinions. And, yeah, I can be strong on many things. Many sides to me. Many, many, many. But I'm introducing you to me. Currently, I'm 46 years of age. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada. Yeah, I'm a Canadian. Hard times, right? As they say where I live, hard times in the Maritimes. How you doing, baby? What's up? Nice to meet you, right? If you're not into these games, you're not going to really like my content. You know, just not going to be your thing. Not your cup of tea. And I meet a lot of people, again, outside of the hobby, because I am an extremely social butterfly. A big-time social butterfly. But I do love this YouTube thing. I do love it. And if you are into the hobby, if you're into games, I want you to feel welcomed here. I'm going to say things, many things that you'll agree with. I'm going to guarantee I'm going to say some things that you don't agree with. It's really on you if you can handle hearing things that you don't agree with and still support somebody. Now, in many sectors of YouTube, even other parts of the tabletop role-playing game hobby, the audience has no issue with this, but I especially focus on what they call the old school. Some of our people here, some, not all, can be very sensitive to the content, right, that we do on here in the old school. So, step of the line a bit, they're not going to be into what you say. But I think I bring a lot of value. A lot. I really do. And I always hope that people welcome any thoughts or any ideas to the table. I think everybody's opinions or ideas or whatnot belong in the conversation. They really do. I think we are in the open square of ideas. And I think you should let anybody speak freely, and you should allow anybody into the conversation without any pressure. I don't like labeling what people are saying. Well, that's drama. Well, I pay attention. Is it? Oh, that's an attack. Well, is it? Or, you're telling somebody what to do. Am I? A lot of people out here label what you're saying. And falsely. They do that because they don't like what you say. And they're not going to give you a fair shake. And they don't think that the opinion that they don't agree with, they don't think that belongs in the dialogue. But I say to them, it does. I say to people out there, you should have no worries about any ideas or opinions anybody here shares. In the open square of ideas, good ideas go up, bad ideas go down. If what I'm saying is ridiculous, the open square will take care of that, as long as you allow it to be freely said. Right? But what happens when you put ideas or opinions over into the darkness, the shadows, ignore them? Well, then I can say things and you're not out there countering what I say. And what if there are good counters? I'm willing to lose the debate. I want to know the truth. I'm not here for my ego in that way. I want to know it's real. So if you shove me off into the corner and I have no counter, somebody could hear me, and now me and that person believes what I said. And there's nobody out here pushing back. But if you let me freely speak, well, then you could be out here disagreeing with me. But here's what you might not like. I might be right. My ideas might be good. And your opposition might flop. And I know that is the part that bothers a lot of people here. I say don't be paranoid. Let the truth reign for you. Let it be what it's going to be. Right? So there. And the reason I bring it up this way is because I do challenge a lot of ideas in the hobby. A lot of popular ideas, and I do that on purpose. It's part of my gimmick. It's not just part of my gimmick, it's what I instinctively feel. I don't just do that content to draw people here in some cheap way. It's what I want to say. And that's the truth. I want to grow on YouTube. I want to be successful. But I also have a thing called self-respect and being honest. And there's some things I won't sacrifice in the process. I don't do cheap content. I mean, I don't say things that you want to hear that I myself might not even care to say. I mean, it's easy to grow on YouTube. It's easy to grow in this part of the hobby if I just say what you want to hear. Now, I don't hold it against anybody who does that. It's just not who I am. Right? Also, I don't attack people. I don't believe in that either. Again, there could be people I target verbally and attack, and that will please a lot of you out there, won't it? And I could grow really easy off of doing that. Still not my thing. What I do is I put most of the editing away. I'm not really big on editing. Very slim amount of edits. I like a little bit of music as mood setting to get you to think, help me deliver my message. But really, I bring myself here. My own charisma. Like I bring that to the table. Right? I don't think I need fancy words at the top of something. I don't think I need a bunch of images. Right? That's my aim. I'm very confident in who I am. I value myself. And I don't worry about the numbers. Big or small on YouTube doesn't mean nothing. I don't live on that. I don't structure myself around what other people think of me in that way. No, I want to be successful. That doesn't mean that if people choose not to pay attention, it doesn't mean I'm suddenly think, well, I guess I have no value. I know I do. And I'd have it if one person listened to me, or 1,000. Doesn't matter. You got to be confident in yourself and know what you bring. And you got to believe in yourself before you ever step your foot into the public world, especially on YouTube. To become a public figure, you got to be confident in who you are, and I am. So here, you got to know a little bit about me. Am I perfect? No, I don't claim to be. Am I the best at anything? No. No. Am I better than a bunch of people? I'm not aiming to be better than people. I am just aiming to be me. And I think that's good enough to entertain you. And there's people out there that are better than me. I'm not jealous. I'm happy for them. And I hope that's what they're bringing to the table too. I hope they're not jealous of me, to be honest. I hope there's no issue like that. Especially around where I do content. You know, if we bring valuable people around, I know that that brings more people, more audience members. And even if they're doing better than I am as far as doing content, that's great. But that means there's more people that might check out what I'm doing too. So I never get jealous. I know it's a good thing. I want people to shine that deserve it, that have the talent to be here. And I'll admit, I'm not impressed by people that do cheap content. I'm critical, of course. And I do commentary. I do commentary on not just the games, but on the different parts of the hobby. The new school, other parts of the hobby, the old school, right? I do commentary on just the sections, the people, not individuals, but, you know, the communities. Then I do content on the different games. All the different games. So starting with the old school, and I'll move up. You know, I started back in I started doing content where it's like start at 1974, and move my way up, move my way through the games and through the history. I do a lot of gaming overviews, not so much reviews, overviews. I do some interviews, off and on, not a lot, off and on. I'll be doing one coming up soon. Right? They can be fun, no doubt. I do advice, opinions, ideas. I got playlists for all this stuff you can check out. All kinds of playlists of all the different videos I do. The content. It's all aimed at tabletop role-playing games, of course. So welcome to Steven Saunders' YouTube channel, or some people call me Condor DM, and I do a stream. Well, I do a lot of streams. I do at least currently, and at one point I'll probably cut back. I'm doing like 4 days a week. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not even going to bother telling you what I'm doing on those streams. That can change, right? Every so often I change a little bit of what I'm doing. But right now I'm doing about 4 days a week. And that will vary from 3 to 4, right? But I do a lot of streaming, so if you like, if you want to interact with me live, go ahead. Now, my streams are for the people that choose to support me. So you do get a sub to the channel if you want to take part in the chat, the live chat, and interact with me, right? But if you're someone who just wants to watch and for whatever reason you don't want to sub to the channel, you can always comment on the stream after it's done. You can comment on my videos, right? I do a very small number of what you call members only content. I have some members on the channel. Out of all the streams I do every month, 2 of them, just two, are for members only. And every so often I do some odd content that will be members only content videos. Very few of those though, compared to the overall, the overwhelming amount of videos that I have on the channel right now. There's a lot, right? So most of my content is completely open to the public. And you don't even have to support me to watch and comment on the majority of it. Okay, there you go. Alright. Take care.